Hi babies! I'm speaking specifically to my trans babies out there. I know I'm critical about the trans community as a whole. Sometimes. I know I disapprove of certain views and certain behaviours that I find bad optics and problematic. But at the end of the day, we're all trans. Okay, and I'm not. I'm not against you or anything like that. I want to talk today about transphobia, real transphobia that you may be facing. I'm no stranger to transphobia. Try being a content creator with my voice. Just try it. A trans content creator with my voice. I know what my voice is. I want to voice train. I've followed the guides and I've watched the YouTube videos. It doesn't work. I can't afford a voice coach. 4 years for the waiting list on the NHS. I don't know what's happening there. But try being a trans content creator with my voice. Do you realise the amount of transphobia I face every day? I have hate mobs following me around the internet. They dislike bomb my videos. They abuse me on Twitter. I've had nasty emails. They stalk me in the DRG Discord, things like that. I'm no stranger to transphobia. I was disowned by my own mum when I came out. When I came out as trans, my own mum disowned me. My ex-girlfriend, who I lived with, she disowned me. I was left to starve all year. You remember when I was starving? I'm not anymore, thanks to my boyfriend, who, unfortunately for him, keeps feeding me. The difference is, transphobia doesn't... Well, I guess it did, a little bit. It used to bother me, a little bit. But now, it doesn't. And it shouldn't bother you, either. I mean, the thing is, these people follow me around, obsessing over me, disliking my videos, abusing me on Twitter and Discord, and they literally track my every moment. The second I post something, they're there, raging about it, just because I'm trans. So I got thinking, it's like, what kind of lives do these people what kind of lives do these people live that they spend all day and all night following people around and hating on them for no reason at all? You think about that. It's kind of, what's wrong with them? Do you think happy normal people do that? And then that made me start thinking, because if you don't like somebody, and if I don't like somebody, what's the ordinary response to that? Me, I just ignore them. I don't like them, so I ignore them. I don't engage. I just pretend they don't exist. But transphobes, they don't do that. They deliberately go out of their way to hunt you down. I mean, to hate on me, they have to deliberately go to one of my links, deliberately view or watch my content, and then deliberately engage and interact with that content. That's like 3 or 4 steps removed from ignoring. This is beyond... They're not mentally well. Why? Why do we care about what these people do? We should pity them, not scold them. These people are weird. There's something going on upstairs that's not quite right with them. They're just lonely, or I don't know. But it's very strange. Now, what set this off is I had a transphobe in the DRG Discord hunt me around, posting negative stuff about me. So what's their problem? Did they try to hit on me and I ignored them or something? I don't know. I've never even heard of them. And that's what got me thinking. I said, why? Why do we care about what these people think? So I think if you're trans and transphobia bothers you, I would say stop letting it. I think a lot of the problem with the trans community is a lot of them are, look, I'm going to say it, a lot of them are too brainwashed by left-wing media. You watch the media and you see, transphobia this, transphobia that, blah 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 blah, and that makes you scared and think it's everywhere. And it may be true to an extent, but as I said, they're sad, pathetic little people living sad, pathetic little lives. You shouldn't be scared of them or make it, or over dramatize it and make it something that it isn't. You know what I mean? It's a bit harder when it comes to family though. If you be disowned by family, I know what that's like. As I said, I was disowned by my own mum and left to starve all year. My mum's rich. Do you remember my videos where I was telling you I was going 4-5 days a week without food? My mum's rich. Yeah, here's me starving all year. Because she didn't like me being trans. But the thing is, she's undisowned me recently, and we actually talked. And she's like, oh yeah, but I don't like the trans ideology. And I'm like, what ideology? I was just born the wrong sex. I want to be the other sex. What ideology? And then she started parroting stuff that's been in the media. Do you know, like the trans trenders? You know, trying to rape women. You know, genital preferences are transphobic. That kind of stuff. That's why I'm so critical about that side of the trans community. Do you know the ones that are really bad optics and go too far? The ones that are the misogynists and the sexists. Genital preferences are transphobic. You're pushing rape. That's not a good look to the general public. And that's why my mum disowned me. Because when you're trans, you get associated with these people. As soon as you're trans, that's it. You're part of the gender ideology. You're a communist. And that's the kind of view that I want to change. And we need to change. What I found is 90% of transphobia is not really hate. It's ignorance. Because they don't hate you. They hate an imaginary straw man version of you that somebody has spoon fed them into their minds, and that's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to change. So we have to think about what are we doing to reinforce these viewpoints, and what are we doing to make the media push these kind of viewpoints. Like, not dating me is transphobic. Okay, that's rape. Genital preferences is transphobic. Again, rape. Sexuality is a social construct. Homophobia. We're pushing, not we, but you know, a minority in the trans community, a vocal, powerful minority, are pushing very problematic views on our behalf. Homophobia, sexism, and rape. And that's what we're associated with. So you have to keep that in mind. People don't hate you. They hate what they think you are. Which is wrong. It is wrong. They're wrong for thinking that. Why am I the only person speaking out about this stuff? There's a couple of us on Twitter, Gammy. You know, Mommy Gammy. She does. But other than that, we're all alone on this. As soon as we speak out about it, the trans community is transphobic against us. Because we're not pushing these problematic views that affect all of us in the end. The legitimate transphobia against us is because of these legitimate problematic people in our community pushing problematic views such as sexism, misogyny, pro-rape points of view, homophobia. But the rest is pure ignorance. They're transphobic just because they're scared, because they don't understand. They're too low IQ. They're ignorant. They're brainwashed. They're sad, pathetic little people who, if you was a happy person with a life, would you spend all day and all night on the internet hunting down people you didn't like? Just to write negative things about them all the time? Or would you just be off living your life? I know which I'd be doing. I'd be off living my life. Right? So stop caring. It doesn't matter. Letting people like that bother you just puts you underneath them. And you're not. You are way above these cockroaches. Let them cry and wallow in their own tears and urine-stained panties. Going back to the beginning, I get hate mobs on me. All day, every day. Big Sis is fighting hate mobs of transphobes. And yet, here I am. Still posting, still not giving a damn. Still laughing, still enjoying myself, still fulfilling my life dreams. And so should you. If you ever need help, Big Sis is here. Listen, hate and discrimination is just part of life. You're always going to face it. If you're black, you'll face racism. If you're a woman, you'll face misogyny. If you're a man, you'll face misandry. It's just... If you're ugly, you'll face lookism. If you're fat, you'll face fatism. It's just a fact of life. But you have to keep in mind that happy people do not care about other people. They don't care enough about transgressions that other people are, you know, they just don't care. They just get on with their life. It doesn't compute in their mind. I remember a time when I was happy and nothing bothered me. It's like, whatever, you do you. Right? That's the mindset of a happy person. The only person who is hateful and bitter and negative and spends all day, I'm so angry, so I'm going to insult you on the internet. These are depressed, pathetic, virgin, they're losers. So the next time you feel insulted by transphobia, just remember, you feel insulted by a complete pathetic loser. What's wrong with you? Get some self-respect, woman. Right. I'm gonna go spend some time with my boyfriend. Mwah. Bye bye. Zippity.